After watching my Pereira fight, I saw that there was a lot of things that I felt in that fight that I wasn't used to feeling. When I was in there with him, and even when I stood in front of him, that was the first time that I felt like, oh man, this is a big man. The weight, you know, just engaging with him. And so after that fight, I knew that I wanted to find a big training partner, a big pad holder. And the first guy that came to mind was Knowles. Watching Muay Thai fights, seeing the phenomenal work of Jonathan Haggerty made me curious to look into Knowles. On my trip to England after the Pereira fight, I just knew while I'm there, I'd love to meet with this guy. I think I might have shot them a heads up on Instagram and told them like, hey, I'm gonna be visiting. Would it be okay if I came to train with you guys over there? And that's what happened.
When Khalil reached out to me, it was incredible. I've been a fan of Khalil since the Saki knockout in 2017, so it's been a long time. Very excited. I think it always takes time to bond with the fighter, and the same the other way around, the fighter to bond with the trainer. Khalil's got a really good Thai style, so it was a natural bond, and it happened really fast.
From the first time we hit pads, I think it clicked for me. I was like, this is exactly what I felt I was lacking. A guy the size of Knowles hold my kicks in a way to where I actually have to throw a real kick to even off balance him a little bit, was that feeling I was looking for. And then the knowledge that Knowles had on top of that, just helping with me with minor corrections in kick position and stuff, it just snapped for me, and I was like, okay, I think there's a relationship there. After seeing Thai fighters in Thailand fight in the stadium, it was the first time that I got to see fighting and it wasn't violent. The guys were in the room together, like, you know, kind of just talking. They're sitting on the same bench, you know, before they go out. And, you know, like most of the guys, not everyone, but most of the guys were pretty friendly. And there was just always this level of like good energy and respect. It wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't malicious. There was no like malicious intent behind a lot of things. And I fell in love with it. I was like, man, this is cool. So I can still be myself. When I fought Anthony Smith, I was like, but there's something that I connect with in Muay Thai, or something that I learned. I was like, no, I don't need to do that. Like it doesn't have to happen. I don't know, but that's it. And as best as I can explain it, I get a lot of the same things in Chris: the friendship, the knowledge, the technique, the trust. He's also a lover of the sport and the traditions. So I know that when it comes to training with him, when I'm hitting pads, he's looking for similar things.
So I started training Muay Thai. A friend of mine was competing abroad, New Zealand, Australia and Thailand, and when he came back he was so buzzed by the experience. He's like, Chris, you've got to try this sport. He took me along to the gym. Straight away I fell in love with it. I was in the gym for a good few years. I competed when I was 23, but I loved it straight away, and I think I had like 20 fights in 2 years. I was fortunate enough to fight all over the world. You're trying to improve every day, a little bit every day, a little bit better every day, to bring good values, good character. I like how that transitions with everyday life. I think that's one of the reasons why I was so drawn to martial arts. And the people that are drawn to martial arts as well are always trying to improve.
In the beginning of the first fight camp, we picked up right where we left off. The chemistry was there, the rounds were good, And I had a great training partner in Lyndon who was preparing for his fights. That's one thing too that I love about Chris, he trains with me. So when we were doing workouts and we were doing, lifting and conditioning stuff, like he's doing it with me, which I love that and I respect that in any coach. Any coach who's willing to do the work with their fighter gets nothing but respect from me. So we had a really good momentum in the beginning, and then once we got the injury news, I stayed mentally there, thinking about the stuff that I had learned with him in the beginning, making sure that my body would be strong enough and have the cardio to continue to keep up with his pace and his size and what he wants me to do. And now here we are, a few days into camp, and I'm feeling better than the last time.
Yes! Yes! Harry it! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Knee elbow! Coastline!
I do really like focusing on fighters' strengths, what they're really good at, making them even better. I do have my own style that I also really like, and I like to blend them together because ultimately it's the fighters that have to carry out them techniques and apply them techniques in the cage or the ring. So with the Pereira fight, there's a few instances where Khalil had scored a really good shot and could have built on that. I'd like to be able to get that information across to him. But we're doing it now every day when we're watching fights and we're talking about sparring, just seeing the opportunities and capitalising on them. If I was to compare Jonathan Haggerty with Khalil, they're great Muay Thai. It's like femur Muay Thai, effective femur Muay Thai. So Khalil moves like a lighter weight fighter, very athletic. So there's lots of things that I can do that are the same.
I want to throw powerful kicks, and I want my technique to be on point. I think it's really good to have Christian next to me as well because it helps me correct my posture if my guard's long. I want it to look good. I want it to look good, and I know that by the end of this camp, everything's going to look good, but it's also going to be very, very powerful and effective. And that's really, in short, my overall goal. I want it to look good. I want it to be a beautiful display of Muay Thai. And I want everything that I throw with intention to be like damaging. Just damaging. Like, oh my God, I don't want to take one of those kicks. Oh my God, that body kick. Oh my, he can't take more of those. That's how I imagine showcasing, what we're working on at the end of camp.